Today, Apple is the number one company in the world for their products and especially iPhones. But shockingly, the man who gave us the iPhone was once fired out from his own company because of his perfection, vision, and mindset. Steve Jobs wasn't just the co-founder of Apple. He was a visionary who built not only one, but multiple world-changing brands. It's all happened because of his mindset. And in today's world, some lessons from his mindset could change your vision. So today, we are diving deep into not only the story of Steve Jobs, but also discuss 5 lessons that Steve Jobs gave that can change the way of your thinking. First lesson that Steve Jobs gave us, that is, you don't need to be first, but you have to be the best. In 1976, a young college dropout named Steve Jobs teamed up with his friend Steve Wozniak together in a small garage in California. They built the very first Apple computers. And here's how the lessons work. Because computers wasn't the new thing for the industry. Computers were present in the industry before that. But what changes Apple computers from others that these computers are more compact? Because back then computers were fat, were ugly, and very disappointing to watch. But Apple made it clear. They made the best computer in the world. They made the slimmest and the sexiest computer we can ever imagine in that time. Jobs wasn't the best engineer, but he had something far more powerful than that. That is his vision. He believed technology could simple and elegant and something everyone could use. That belief gave the birth of Apple. But unexpectedly, he got fired from his own company. Apple quickly grew. For Steve Jobs, obviously, releasing the Macintosh in 1984. But Steve's perfectionism and big dreams clashed with his board. Just a year later, in 1985, Steve Jobs was fired from his very own company that was created by his hands. Imagine the pain, building your dreams and then throw out it. But here's come his strongest mindset. He was fired up from his company. A normal person could get into depression, but Steve wasn't just a normal person. He said that failure is not the end. Sometimes it's the start of something greater. And you can relate this on the second stanza because this failure made him to come back like a lion. He got fired up from his company. He didn't stop there. He believed that everything that happened with you happened for a reason. He built a new company called Next and also bought a small animation studio, that is Pixar. Yes, the same Pixar that created Toy Story and transformed the movie industry forever. Could you ever think a man like Steve Jobs who got into the computers next, he moved to the films, and that's the beauty of Steve Jobs because he said that everything that has happened with him happened for a reason. He had that capability in him, and that was shown by his Pixar studios, and that could never shown to the world if he don't get fired from his own company. But that didn't last for long. Apple bought Next, bringing Jobs back to the company, and from there history changed because great entrepreneurs don't build just one brand. They created multiple legacies, and that's what he shows in the last paragraph we discussed, that he created multiple brands because he was a great entrepreneur. And that's why we are discussing about him today. And I'm telling you, wait till the last because there is a bonus lesson that can change your thinking ability, that can change the way you think. Because see, this is not just a coincidence, this is proper mindset that Steve have built in his life period. Because a single man creating multiple brands is not a coincidence. There is something in Steve Jobs that pushes him to build these things. But wait till last because there is a bonus lesson in the last that I'm telling you will change the way you think about your product or about anything. Because these lessons are not only for businessmen, these are for every single human being out of there. But did you ever think what is the secret of selling very different products and making them the best selling whenever he wants? Because if you see the legacy of Apple, what product Apple chose that became a cult, that became trendy, like iPod, iPhone, and many other things. So back at Apple, Steve unleashed his genius. First, the colorful iMac, then the iPod, which changes the music forever. And finally, the iPhone, the device that redefined the technology. And did you know there is a secret mission for iPhone? Yes, Steve planned a secret project that was called Project Purple for iPhone. This is a very interesting story. I have a short made of this. I have dropped out the link in the description. You can watch it out there. Because iPhone is the device that redefined technology, communication, and even culture itself. Steve Jobs didn't just create products. He built experiences. And that's what gives the fourth lesson. He says that don't sell a product. Sell a dream, sell a lifestyle. That's how you build a loyal brand. And that's the very reason that why he don't sell a phone or an iPhone. He is selling an experience. See, when the first iPhone was released, there is no any single phone with a touch screen. Steve Jobs made it. Steve Jobs made it better and best. And he gave the people the experience of multi-touch. And that experience sold out. Steve Jobs passed away in 2011, but his legacy lives on. Apple is now one of the most valuable companies in the world, and his philosophy of simplicity, innovation, and design, visionary thinking, still inspires millions. And one of his powerful lessons is your time is limited. Don't waste it living someone else's life. Follow your own vision. That was totally applied on this video. Because we are talking about Steve Jobs, so that doesn't mean we have to be Steve Jobs. We just have to analyze him and take the goods from him and make our own lives better. And that's why he is advising us to follow our vision. Okay, we are down into the bonus point. The bonus point is that he thinks one thing from 100 different ways. There's a very, very small thing, but that can change your mind. Literally, I'm telling you. In his dropout session, when he dropped out from his college, he invested his time on learning different things. And in that time, he learned calligraphy. And what is calligraphy is? Calligraphy is a form of art where you learn to write a sentence in 100 different ways. That made his mindset of thinking one thing from 100 different ways, and that's made Steve Jobs' products phenomenal. He also thinks, how could the people feel when they open the box? How would they feel when they touch my product? How would they think when they experience it? And that's why he is best in selling things. He also go for consumer feedbacks, that what our consumers are giving. I'm telling you, consumer feedback is very important. We have another example, how a man taken up his passion project, a side project, to a billion-dollar industry, a billion-dollar game, by just applying consumers feedback on it. That is the story of Minecraft that you can watch by clicking on the left side of your phone. And I am telling you to watch this video because not only that you can get to know about how the world's biggest game was created, this video shows you how you can change your life from just one idea, from just one vision. And that's what Steve Jobs also tells us. Just grow, baby, just grow by following your vision. And that's what Marcus did on this video. I'm highly recommending you this video. This video might not be the perfect one, but I am sure this video will get a little bit value to your life, and you can add so much value to your life by subscribing my channel, because this channel is for you to grow. So click here and grow with us.